kinda lost and find. Ended the game in overtime, drawing of a new design, drilling that one earth of mine. Looking to the outward, speaking mind about words absurd, blurred to the curb, walking along the verb.
Hey everybody, what is happening? Dela, bringing you part 2 of my Madden 17 Arizona Cardinals offensive ebook guide here. We are going to be looking today into the shotgun wing trio week. This is number 5 out of the shotgun sets. We're going to be looking at big hits today. This is not really a full scheme of any sort, but you got a few plays here that you can go to beat coverages. You know, get some beaters out here. So what we're going to do out here is we're going to try to make a big play over the top. We're going to have to roll out. We're going to let the blocking set up, then we're going to roll all the way around to the right. So you do want to have a quarterback with some speed and chain mover. I mean, I'm sorry, not that, but conductor, excuse me. So what we're doing here is we're putting A on a fade, motion right. You can put him on a streak. You don't have to motion him, but you're going to get better results if you do. I'll show it kind of either way. We're going to put RB on an in right here. So that way we can hold the user hopefully underneath, because if a user follows this B route, then then it's covered. But if he's running the cover 3 and he doesn't, yeah, there's gonna be problems. There's gonna be problems unless he's getting pressure on you. So let's this is obviously gonna take time. So that's why the rollout's nice, as long as you can get the edge and you protect. So if you have conductor, you can slide your protection to the left. And as you see, I stopped. Even if the receiver stopped there, I actually put in Drew Stanton as a quarterback because he's faster than Carson Palmer, but he doesn't have the arm. He's got crappy stats. But I'm going to make it work with this guy either way. As you see, we roll out to the left. We stop. Sometimes he's got throw on the run. So if you have good throw on the run, you'll make it work. So that's the idea there. I mean, I was going to get hit, so I kind of had to chuck that. But try to at least be throwing up if you're doing that, not going back across the body. If you throw any angle back across when you're doing that, that's when you can throw that bad pass. But as you see, if we're going the same direction here, up or a little bit up and left because we're rolling that way, again, it kills it. So very nice play. Not something you can run all the time, but you can try and hit it a couple times. And again, a good user is the only thing that really chases that in a cover 3. So on to the next one here. We'll be looking at the double post on this one versus cover 2 now. The same play. I mainly like this as a cover 3 beater, but I'll just give you a cover 2 out here. Again, the A, you don't have to motion him every time. Both plays, you'll get bigger spacing. As you see right here, you have the underneath route, but you're going to have that other route behind it. So depending on how it breaks, because these guys will get bumped at times, you want big separation there, and that's what you're going to see, because what this play does is attacks the user. So you'll have to kind of see how exactly he's running his coverage, and if the routes kind of are too close together to where he can actually cover the first one and bounce behind it, then you're not going to want to run it. So it's mainly a better cover 3, but you do see the option here, and then if you let it run again right there, you have the quick one. But if you let it run further, you're going to get more open over the top end with that RB, but you kind of have to throw it before he gets too far across the field. So that's why, again, that's one I mainly will only run this cover 3, but if you come out with the play and you see he's in cover 2, that's probably what I would end up switching to and trying to at least get that out of it. So as you see here, I'm going to show, this is from gameplay, just recent stuff. This is the next play we're going to be looking at. I've got many touchdowns off of this. I'm going to show you this versus Tampa 2, but mainly what you see is people run, when they're running a lot of blitzes, they don't get the same effect on the edges out there. And here's man coverage over the top. Even the man coverage, cover 2 right there, I make that one work also. You're going to have an accurate quarterback, and you have to get the touch right on the pass. You got to get the right over the top. It's kind of just a semi. It's going to be different with the coverage every time. That, but. So again, here we are, wing trio week 5 right there again, and we're going to be looking. This is the motion Z spot, or if you're like my brother, the mountain Z spot. We know it's not mountain, but some people, that's what they see when they see the motion. So out here, it's just A is on a streak. We're putting RB on a zig, and then the X is kind of yours. It really doesn't matter. You don't have to do anything with X. You can slant him, as you see there. He's kind of open on that. If you've ran this play before, excuse me, the user might be chasing. He might start chasing the RB there. But as you see on Tampa, the key to beating Tampa 2 on this, if they're running a straight Tampa 2, is you have to buy a little bit of time. I like to roll out to the right a little bit. You have to buy a little time before that blue will suck back down on that B. But as you see though, the way, on the cover 2, you can hit that underneath, that zig underneath. You'll get a few yards, nothing big. But if they're running cover 3, which I'm not going to show on that angle, if they're running cover 3, you're going to get a chance to get like 8-10 yards every time, because that zig's going to be waiting for you underneath, and they're going to they'll be in purples, and they'll float further back. And then again, if you say maybe motion in here and take that X, you can leave him where he is, or maybe just put him on an in again, so it's only like 5 yards instead of 10. You then can have somebody who's going to hit the zone where the user is, in case the user comes out and tries to get on the RB route there. So that's just kind of stuff. It's a mind game you got to play, and you got to know what the defender's doing when you're playing. That one right there, again, if you can motion him in right here, as I was just showing on that zig, to where then you'll have, he won't go out of bounds as often. Otherwise, that's the only thing there. You're almost better off waiting for B to stop running, and see how he just waits there for you for a bit, then throwing it when he's coming back and mistiming it, because he'll pull you out of bounds. So on to the next one here. We're going to be looking at this cover 3 here, beater. Again, we've shown this one in the game. Managed to get, you'll see I get in front of there, get the spec animation a lot, and managed to not get hit. It's just the timing of it, how you can curl it under, and if you get the right pass, sometimes, I normally throw it a little bit sooner. I mean, if you let those go further, sometimes you can even get easier with that. But the only weird thing is, you see right there when I caught that ball, when you catch a lot of those, and even if you're floating and you get the pass out to the left, for some reason, the animation pulls you straight up, and you can't do anything about it a lot of the time. So you would have a easy touchdown. Sometimes it'll pull you into the defender, and you'll get tackled, but you're still going to get a huge chunk. Now again, a good user might be looking, and he'll see this route because it's coming right across the middle. So a lot of them will not get caught on this. You kind of have to set up a play like this, maybe some runs, and show some other things out of this formation. We are going to have RB on an in. A is going to be on the streak. And then I put a smart out route on the X. And again, the smart out routes are very nice in the game also. So if a lot of cover 3s and stuff, if you notice that the purple doesn't get out there in time, those are easy to hit against that coverages. Now in this one, it's not going to work because of the way that they're shading out there, but that's also what we use to get open. On a cover 3, same thing as last year. And I like that. That's why I like this on first down, because if you can get about a 10, maybe even a 15-yard out route on one side of the field, and they're in a cover 3, that isolates that cornerback just like in years past. And then if you can have something that takes the middle safety and like the streak on A, and it isolates him there, you're fine. Now, the thing with this one is, like in practice mode, it doesn't go as far left of the field. I noticed a lot more times it's kind of run towards the middle, so I settle for this. But again, you've seen this in gameplay. You can continuously get in front of them, spec catch that, or possession, however you want to throw that, and then you'll go down and get hit. But as long as you're catching the ball before you land in those in those sort of things, you normally will make the reception. So one more play out here. We're going to be looking now. It's going to be the play action post dig on shot, and we're going to show this one against cover 2 just to have something else out here. It would have been I really wanted that tight end route to do something here, but it just kind of sucks. It's a very odd route. It's not that it doesn't ever work. It's not very consistent, and I wouldn't count on it. So against the cover 2, that motion right there, that's what you're gonna be looking. That's the one that you would like to hit. Is going to be that route, that X on the outside. You motion him in, and here's the thing is, and then you're trying to drag underneath and in underneath. If you just throw this right here, see this spec animation that we're getting right there? What I'm doing, I'm just throwing a bullet. No pass lead on this. You wait till right about he breaks, and if you can time it to where you're going to be throwing it almost straight ahead, look at that. I will continuously get that animation and fall safe right there. That's what you're trying to get. So you don't want the middle linebacker lurking that. You got to make sure you've got a safe route where you can throw it like that, not have to high point the pass and not get picked. So, but you have 2 underneath routes. So, it's just about not forcing stuff most of the time. Now, if you're having to throw it early, possession catch. Again, anytime you're trying to throw between the safeties in there, and you're going to get hit after, you got to get those possession catches down if you're not going to get this spec catch animation. But you can see you can hit it continuously if you get the timing down. So thanks for checking this out, guys. I'll be looking at more of a full scheme here in the next video if possible. Thanks.